just all bets are off. You like Donald Trump, and Donald Trump says offensive stuff all the time. I mean, it's almost like his trademark. I mean, how do you make sense of that?
Words are very important, obviously, but at the end of the day, I'm going to vote for someone who shares my viewpoints when it comes to policy, because that's essentially their job in the first place. I've also seen a different side of the president, the administration, the times I've had to deal with them, and I've seen a caring, loving family man, and I know that's what the media doesn't portray sometimes.
I agree. I think that with Sarah, I think that policy is really what's important. That's what really changes our country. That's what creates a better economy. That's what creates better laws that affect our everyday lives. But you just hate hearing the rhetoric. The rhetoric has just gotten out of control.
The Puerto Rican population has really grown a ton in Florida because of the hurricane and everything else that's been growing. How does that play? I mean, are Puerto Ricans going to register in big numbers and vote?
Well, before the hurricane, we were already coming over here because of the fiscal crisis. But after Maria, like, the numbers it really showed the state of emergency that our people were coming over here.
After the hurricane? After
the hurricane. But there's a big machinery going after those boats.
You know, one of the deepest conversations I ever had with my grandfather was about voting and the right to vote. And, you know, and he was a Korean War veteran. And so I take it as a sense of pride to vote, right? So yes, I think that Puerto Ricans should vote. Do I think that that's going to have a big impact in the vote right now? I don't know.
How did you feel about the way that President Trump handled Hurricane Maria?
We could go to the visuals of him throwing paper towel at people, which are nothing short of offensive. What are people going to do with paper towel? They lost their roofs. They lost their houses. They need FEMA to work like it worked with other natural disasters.
It seems like the first obligation of government is to take care of the health and safety of citizens. Why didn't President Trump just scramble the military over there and help everybody?
I do wish that there was more effort, I think, from our government shown over there. But at the same time, we can't rely as a people on our government to solve our problems. And while they have a role in solving those for us, I think a lot can be done when we come together as people.
These are American citizens. And if we are all going to be about America first, then these are our citizens.
There was a lot of assistance that did go to Puerto Rico. What ended up happening and slowing down the process was a failure of government on two ends, both federal government and local government.
You know, the Pulse shooting, 47 people died there. Parkland, 17 people died. Just had people killed at a video game conference. Which way does that cut for you? I mean, you got all these shootings, and you got the young people from Parkland marching. It seems like, does that cut against Republicans?
I think for everyone on TV that they show marching, there's also another student that stands up there that's against gun control. You know, we've seen cases of that, parents, students that were there, and they're not involved in the protests and the marches, and they're meeting with the president, and they're showing their support, you know, against that gun control. And I think it comes down to deterrence in instances like Parkland, where the government failed us at multiple levels. We left them in charge of our security, and at multiple levels of government and law enforcement, they failed us there. And so that kind of falls back into my role as seeing the government smaller and power more in the hands of the people.
You know, what's the solution? Oh, and here we are. There it is. Wow. How does this memorial strike you, brother?
Well, it's personal because I was here that night. So any and all opinions of me and gun safety and gun control might be somewhat biased.
How did you survive? How did you get out?
Other side of the building. But I was here when the shooting started.
How does it feel to be back here?
I've been coming here for a while, and then this year after Parkland, some movement was made towards some type of response to mass shootings. There's either side of the debate, and there's still a lot of things to do to meet in the middle.
We have different ways of getting to that means of safety. I don't think anyone would argue that they don't want our communities to be safer and our loved ones to be protected. Love is not a partisan issue.
I think that issues like this always bring us closer to some sort of conversation, which is good. I think that for a long time, not having those conversations is what really affects us.
I see the sign over there that says Orlando Strong. For all the tragedy and heartbreak, what happened here did bring Florida and the whole world together for a while.